Hi, my name's Helen and this is my channel, Helen Mary Jo. My voice is still not back to normal. So if you're new here, then welcome, and I don't normally sound like this. If you are returning, thank you, it's lovely to see you again. And if you're a Hell's Bell, hello. A few people lately have asked what a Hell's Bell is, and it is nothing it's nothing really. It's just when I started the channel and there were some kind of regular ladies that were commenting, and you know, I kind of got to know them and stuff, and my daughter just said, oh, they're your Hell's Bells. So it's like Hell, H-E-L apostrophe S, bells as in beautiful ladies. So that's all it is. It's just kind of a little name. If anyone wants to be a Hell's Bell, they are a Hell's Bell. If they don't want to be, then they're not. So it's really just that, you know, it's just a bit of fun, which is what I want this channel to be, about friendship and fun. And certainly I think that's what it is for most people. I mean, I've had a few nutters and a few not so nice people, but haven't had anything bad for quite a while actually. I have got a filter on the comments so that most of them can't get through, and occasionally I have a sneaky peek, kind of like that, you know, what someone said, but there hasn't been. I mean, some comments get put in the held for review box, and I don't even know why. There's kind of nothing there that's kind of, that I can see could be considered offensive, but the computers have said no. So sometimes if you just don't see your comment at all, it may be that it's gone into that box, so you may want to write something different. You know, it can just be, and it's not always, so it's not consistent. You know, it can just be that somebody says something about your boobs, and that can make it go in the held for review, but other people have said that and it hasn't. I don't know. But anyway, it's not major, is it? Like, you know, it's not crucial. But anyhow, so a little bit of a chat today, and then I'm just trying on one dress, and I'll get to that shortly. So I've had a few requests for me to look at different brands, and I will do that if I think that there are things in that brand that will suit me. And I don't mean that I'm afraid of trying something different, but you know, if they're meant for really tall, willowy ladies, then that's just not me and it's not going to work. But if they are, you know, the sort of thing that I would be interested in, then yeah, I will look at those. And the other thing I look at is their returns policy, because obviously I'm never going to keep all of it. So one brand, they took 28 days to refund you, which is a lot. So I have to time that carefully with my credit card statement, because I don't want that lump of money going out of my actual bank account. So that's sort of, sometimes it's a timing thing. Another lady asked if I could say more about fabrics, and generally I say, you know, if they're polyester or viscose or cotton or linen or whatever. And she asked about kind of washing and stuff. Well, I'll be honest with you, apart from whites, which, you know, my bed linen and things like that, which I always do on a 60-degree wash, most things I wash on 30 or 40 degrees on a short wash, because they're not actually dirty. They're just, you know, they just need freshening up. And mostly I use the outside clothesline to dry things, and I've got quite a big utility room. When it's tidy one of these days, I will show you that. And I've got a hanging rail in there, so I get all my wash and dry. Usually just takes one day to get like 1 or 2 loads of wash and dry. So I'm just going to stop the video right there and just grab something to show you, because I find these invaluable. Just hold on. So it's actually 2 things. So, you know, again, I don't want to be preaching to convert it, but by the same token, you know, not everybody lives near big shops and things like that and sees this stuff. This is the thing that I find really invaluable, and it's called an octopus. And I got this one from IKEA, but I'm sure there'll be something on Amazon. I'll link it for people that haven't got an IKEA. And it's called an octopus, obviously, because it's got 8 arms. And I put all my smalls on there, pants, socks, and so on and so forth. And I hang them on the washing line outside. And these are really great as well. These jumbo clothes pegs, which I did get from Amazon. I'll link those. And they are fabulous. I peg that to the line. But the thing about this is if you know, it takes ages, doesn't it, to peg out all those socks and pants and things. But if they're slightly damp, then I just bring them indoors and hang them from a cupboard hook just overnight, and that's usually enough to get them really bone dry. Or, you know, you could hang them in your bathroom or airing cupboard or something. So, I mean, I know, God, I'm boring, but I've got 3 of these actually, because if I've got loads of washing, I don't like hanging out pants and stuff on anything else now. And the other thing is that when I had the Airbnb, and you were hanging washing out, if you've got like your knickers all strung out, they're very obvious. But if they're hanging on this just from the side seam, they're not so obvious. So yeah, the jumbo pegs, which are great for duvets and stuff. If you're, I use those coverless duvets if I've got overnight visitors. I used to use them in the cabin, but now I use them if I've got overnight visitors, because you just wash the whole thing, so you haven't got any ironing to do apart from the pillowcases and bottom sheet. And I know lots of people don't, but I like to iron them. So that was just that. And then I use a compressed steam iron. Is that what they're called? The ones where you've got a big kind of volume of water, and the steam kind of comes up the tube to the iron, and really, so the temperature of the iron isn't that hot, but the steam is what kind of takes the work out of it. And I always use one of those. And I buy anything like that. I belong to Costco, and I buy anything like that from Costco, because if anything goes wrong, their exchange policy is fabulous. So yeah, anyway, that was just a quick one. If you've got kind of any other tips or things, and obviously I showed you the steamer before, and I know a few of you have bought those now, and I'm loving them. My hair's a bit bonkers today. I tried to follow an Instagram like straightening iron curly thing, and honestly my hair went into like a roll at the front. It was hilarious. I thought I wished I'd filmed that. That would have been a good one. So it's a bit bonkers, but I'm just at home. And then the last thing, somebody asked me about my rings. So, well, more than one person's asked me about my rings. So I'm just going to quickly tell you about my rings. By no way showing off. People have shown an interest. So long story short, I first went out to Dubai with Rob and our son 23 years ago. It was very different then, I have to say. It was a very different place. We had a lovely holiday, and back then you could get it quite reasonably, really. You could pick up reasonably cheap flights on British Airways, and because I worked at the airport, we didn't really get any concessions on flights, but sometimes if they were having a soft opening of a hotel, we could stay for quite reasonable money. Anyway, we went to the Gold Souk because everyone's heard of the Gold Souk, and we happened to go into this particular jeweler and bought a couple of bits there, nothing much, but the prices were so good, because basically they just weighed the golds, and whatever the gold price was that day is what you paid for the item. So you didn't kind of pay a kind of retail price as such. It was just, if it was a gold chain that was 2 grams, whatever 2 grams of gold was that day, that's what you paid for it. So, it was kind of brilliant. I mean, I've never panic bought gold before in my life, but I sort of bought, because we were brought up Catholic. So, when my nieces were making their first Holy Communion, I bought them a cross and chain and bits and bobs like that. Anyway, we just happened to go to this particular jeweler, who is kind of, not renowned, but everybody in Dubai knows him, and a lot of people in the UK that go to Dubai know him, and his name is Mayor. And if anyone wants more details, I'm happy to give them to you if you're going to Dubai. And he is so fair. And basically, I've been going there. I've been there loads and loads of times. We've got a friend there now who we are going to see later this year, actually. And we always go and see Mayor. And what is brilliant about him is that supposing you buy a pair of diamond earrings, just supposing, you know, a little pair, big pair, whatever, just supposing, and they were £1,000. When you go back, if you wanted to get like a bigger pair, he will give you £1,000 towards the next pair. So, you know, in this country, as soon as you bought something from a jeweler, as you walk out the door, it's worth half of what you paid for it. Anyway, so when I retired and I got my lump sum of money, I went to see Mayor, and I wanted a nice ring. And so I took, and if you've got any second-hand gold or anything, he will exchange that for you at the weight and at the price that you would get for it anywhere, really. And so basically I had this ring made, and I bought the diamond, like we chose the diamond separately, and then he set it, and that's in platinum, and I love it. I wear it every single day. I used to have some other diamond dress rings, but I got rid of those. I part exchanged those because I thought I'm never going to wear them because I've got this on this hand. And then on this hand, this ring was made up from my engagement ring and my eternity ring. And I was wearing them all on the same finger along with my original wedding band, but I kind of went off them. I kind of regret actually exchanging my engagement ring because it was a very, very pretty ring, but I did, and it's done, so there's no point crying over spilt milk. But when he made this for me, so it's used the stones out of the ring, and one side of the diamonds were kind of in the other ring, and then he added those, and then he melted down my wedding band, and you use some gold for that and some for that. So it is the original stones and gold, with a few added little diamonds to sort of balance it up. But now that I've got used to it, when he first brought it out, I was like, oh, good Lord, it's too much. But now I've got used to it, and I wear these every single day. So yeah, so that's the story of my rings. So that's enough of that. If anyone's got to change the subject, 100%. Oh my goodness, men and communication. What is it with men and communication? I just give up. So Rob's not working at the moment, and I mean, he's going to go back to work, hopefully, just for 6 or 9 months. But he just keeps disappearing, and you know, I'm waiting to do something, or I'm waiting to ask him something, and then I'm like, Rob, where are you? And he comes out and he goes, what? And I'm like, just tell me where. Oh, I have to tell you everything. No, if you're going up behind the cabin, or you know, to the compost heap, or down into the greenhouse where I can't actually see you, could you just say I'm just going out to the greenhouse for an hour or two? It's driving me insane, really driving me insane. But I said to him, do you understand what communication is? He said, yeah. I said, what is it? He said, speaking. I said, what else is it? Listening. Wish me luck. Anyway, finish that subject. So all I'm doing today is, do you remember the quest for the party dress for my daughter's and son-in-law's big party in July? And I tried on the blue and green dress, and it was beautiful, but it was true that the neck didn't sit properly and the zip didn't sit properly. And so I tried to change it. They didn't have that size. But what I did find was, do you remember the black and white dress? They had that in an 18. So I've got that. I took the green and blue one back, and I've got the black and white Ro&Zo one again. And I'm going to try that on with 2 different colourways, shoes and bag, and 2 different lots of jewellery. And I'd like your opinion, please. And then hopefully I'm done. So I will quickly do that now. So this is the dress, and I think most people agreed that it was a lovely dress, and I feel very comfortable in it. It's a slightly heavier fabric than the blue and green one, so it drapes better and it kind of sits better. So this is kind of ruched here. It's quite low, but you know, I'm not too worried about that really. Just bracing it out. My goodness, when you watch you know, like Married at First Sight or Love Island or whatever, I mean, they're barely wearing clothes. So I don't know why I'm worried about a little bit of cleavage, but anyway. So I put it on with gold. I like gold. I think it's kind of softer. And I've got the large hoops, the crystal, and the lariat. And what I've done with this one is I've done it with pink, which I rather like. I had the shoes already, and I bought this bag from Amazon, and I will link it. I'm so impressed. I think it was about 16, 17 pounds, and it's real suede, and it's got a zip fastening here, so you know it's big enough to put your phone, tissues and lipstick. That's really all I'm going to have in there, and I think that's pretty good for like real suede. So yeah, this is the full length. I quite like the pink with it. You know, it changes it up a bit. Black is fairly obvious. I am a bit bloated at the moment, so I'll have to work on that. But it's not too bad, and I like the, you know, the flare on the skirt, and it's a lovely length too, I think. So yeah, that's kind of look number 1, and at the moment that's getting my my vote. So I mean, obviously I'll have more makeup, and I'll probably wear a fuchsia pink lip as well. So yeah, that's number 1. So now I've gone with the pearls, and I'm liking the pearls more personally. I've got the Baroque seed pearl earrings with the gold, the necklace, and I've kept the lariat with the seed pearls. Got a black bag I've had for years, but not sure my phone will fit in there, so if it doesn't, it's lovely though, isn't it? I will just buy the black suede one, because I've got black suede shoes on as well. So I think I tried it on with these shoes before, but you know, as it's quite booby, isn't it? Oh, just be loud and proud, Helen, loud and proud. So I don't know actually. I mean, I do like the black. I think the black looks quite sophisticated, and it's helpful that I've got white nail varnish on my toes as well. Yeah, it's difficult. So let me know what you think. I know it's a bit, you know, you can see a few lumps and bumps, but I will wear an all-in-one smoother for the party itself. I'll be honest with you, I can't find it. It's somewhere shoved away somewhere. So yeah, that's look number 2. So I know it's like a lot of effort, but I really want to look my best at this party. I'm going to be seeing a lot of her old school friends, a lot of family, and you know, it's a big deal. So that's how I feel. So I want to know that I look the best I can. I really like this this sleeve that they're doing on these dresses. You know, it's puffed, but it's not elasticated, so it drapes nicely, and it just falls exactly the right place on my arms. So yeah, I think as a dress, I'm happy with the dress. It's much easier to wear than the green and blue one. So that's my video for today. I hope you've enjoyed it. Hopefully my voice will come back, and I wake up in the morning and I say out loud, what's my voice like today? And it comes and goes. So it's weird. Anyway, thank you so much for watching as ever, and I'll see you really soon. Bye.